a lot of the diversity, women specifically, really lacking the confidence in landing the right jobs where you feel like you're being biased by the interviewer. And I'm not finger pointing in one specific company. I'm talking about all company. So, if we are meeting for the very first time, my name is Holly Lee. I am a career coach, long time with majority of the big tech company. I've also worked in startup of the folks who are in my live stream right now, especially the pay YouTube member, all diversity. Yay! Woohoo! I am extremely excited. Join button on my live stream I'm streaming every Tuesdays and every Friday. So reviewing your story, answering your question, but diving a little bit more deep rather than being more general like on my Tuesday stream. The reason why I'm here, you guys are the reason that I'm so alive. After creating my star, the interviewer who was 15 minutes late to the interview asked, how did you even know how to do that? Well, Mr. Interview, first of all, it's all over YouTube. I don't like that question from the interviewer, Talan, and I'm just being very authentic. You guys came to me because you guys know that I'm real. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. Do not ask a diverse candidate, how do you get that? So it's kind of like me asking a software engineer, how do you know how to code and build a product? I think you guys got the point. I'm passionate about the STAR method because honestly, it could be called whatever it is. I just can't think of a better name. I'm basically passionate in being short, concise, to the point. As the hiring manager, as an interviewer, I've shot a lot of bar racer in my Amazon career where I see some of them drawing stick figures. That's true, people. They actually draw a stick figure on the notepad, which you think they're taking note, but they're not. When they're doing this, this is not taking note. This is drawing. I am going to say that either you are a male or a female, it really doesn't matter. The higher level you go, it is expected of you to communicate a different way. That's just how the workplace works. So, for example, if you're interviewing for any level of people leadership or senior level position, this is why I'm such a big fan of the STAR method. You have to be extreme concise to the point. The more concise to the point with a level of depth and breadth, the more people are going to respect you. Where do you want to grow? Tell me your definition of workplace happiness. A lot of them would say, I want to climb the corporate ladder. I want to be a director. I want to retire as a VP. Puzzle. They didn't realize the amount of intensity that you really have to transform your communication. I made a post on LinkedIn about an hour ago. I talk about an executive with 20 years experience. When he came to me, he couldn't answer a single question at an executive level. So after 6 weeks of being in my coaching program, he pretty much transformed how he used to be in landing a position, exactly what he's looking for his employer of choice. Demonstrate your strength and how you make business impact and get to the point. Leaders don't explain themselves. Individual contributor does, but leaders do not, because they're very cut to the point. That's leadership. How many leaders do you know, let's just say director and above, that you really enjoy having a conversation with, that you feel like you can go into their office and they would listen to you? How many of you know leaders like that? Because you see my hands, it's down on the table right now. And I've been in the industry for a very long time where if I'm going into a VP or director's office, I know I have a minute before I lose them and get out. I feel like sometimes employer would hire someone that doesn't have all the right experiences and confidence over women of any kind of color. I have been a recruiter, as you all know, for many years, and some of the feedback I would get from my tech executive, why do you think this is not a good fit? But can you help me understand what part of the conversation didn't work out for you, Mr. Hiring Manager? And the only feedback I got was, well, I don't know if this individual would fit our culture because he's too outgoing and too social. One minute you're telling me someone is too passive, even though they have more experience than you, Mr. Executive. And then I have another example where you feel that the executive have too much energy. So there's just a lot of different type of biases for that executive, because I'm also a woman of some color. This community, what I can tell you is don't stop, because when you stop, they are going to win. I have witnessed a lot of amazing candidates, female candidates, examples like that all day long. I'm not trying to say this to take away hope for all you ladies out there. I'm saying this to tell you that yes, I have acknowledged. You just have to overcome that, my simplistic star method, because I need to transform you to be concise, dry, and cutthroat. Not a whole lot of women are like that. In fact, I don't really know any on top of my mind right now, but I feel like we need to be in the happy medium where we're concise to the point, but at the same time, we need to be authentic. Ladies, please do not forget who you are. Just because you want to work for all the big FANG company or any company in the world, let me break the news for you. They're all the same. It doesn't matter. Startup, financial, government, where I have friends in all walks of life and they share their story with me as well. At the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, why do I want to work for this company? Innovation and growth? Great. How am I going to get that growth? Okay, you need to work on your communication skill in a style where you can be extreme concise, and you need to move very fast mentally. Recently, I worked with someone who got a job offer in one of the brand name company. How are things going in your first week? And she said, oh my God, this is the best boss I've ever had in my life, really. And I said, what do you mean you just started? My team is all women. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. I'm not saying go find a woman only team, but that is amazing because they can all be relatable to you. And I think that there's more of a natural, cultural, or some sort of connection there to you from wanting to leave your job or not accepting the job offer because you don't like the recruiter. You didn't have a good experience with the hiring manager or so on and so forth. You have to leverage them so that you can get into the right team. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification. You don't miss a lot of the good things that I will be having for you that's coming up. Two playlists that I highly, highly recommend for all of you is one, my Amazon Leadership Principle questions and answer. Like, that's a gold mine right there because I spend a lot of the time thinking about what are my top pick questions and how are you supposed to frame your answer, okay? If you guys are able to answer just my questions from there, the whole intention is so that you can answer any ad hoc questions or probing questions following up. Says, Holly, I like your humor. It's very European. Coaching cohort, you like my feedback. I may not be your cup of tea, so I'm trying to gain more of my cup of tea folks that are in here because I am very direct. I can't help myself, guys. This is just who I am. Hey, Sunny, good seeing you. Della, have you started your new position? I'm going to show you guys what I mean by playlist. All you have to do is click my name. You see playlist right here? Click playlist. It's branding and networking. How to connect with hiring managers. Sylvia, thank you so much for coming in every single week, being a Pay YouTube member and also Super Chat. Oh, I really appreciate that. And I'm in lunch break during my loop. Woohoo! You're in your lunch break and you're coming into my live stream. I love it. Start off with an L7. I don't know if my stories had enough scale and detail for the hiring manager and BR. Listen, Jason, my friend, you are already there. You're in the middle of interviewing. I want you to take a deep breath, have fun with it, do the best that you can. And I want you to reach out to me when you hear back from them and let me know how it goes. Okay? You're already there. You made it that far. Have an offer. And there is a math test. You must be talking about the area manager. Congratulations. Congratulations. Leo, can you please reach out to me so I can send you an invite to my private group? Would love to stay in touch. Joe says, I know you are transparent and direct. Did you carry the same attitude at Amazon? How would this fit into the Amazon culture? You are absolutely correct. When I was at Amazon, my manager, my original manager are still at Amazon, by the way. I work with her and for her at Google. I pretty much follow her and they know exactly who I am. I had the same attitude when I was there. I love the Kindle organization devices. Woo woo. I'm talking to you, Julie. The right manager will really appreciate you, but I'm not a culture fit for all of the team within Amazon. I have to be truthful. If I were to tell you guys that I am a great culture fit for all the teams that I've involved in, then I would be lying to you. And the thing about Amazon and big organization is every now and then you're going to go through reorg. So even if you really love that manager, you don't always get to stick with the manager. Organization changes. WS needs help. So we're moving 80% of your direct reports to there. Boom. We don't know if this is temporary or long-term. And boom, I lost like practically almost my entire team, just like that. So there's a lot of changes with big company. Again, this is not just for Amazon. I work with other employer as well. But as far as culture and the pace, Amazon is a better fit for me than other big players. No, I'm very obsessed with delivery. I love building things. I guess that's it. I love to build. And Amazon is a company where I felt like I can always build something different every single year. And that's why I stuck around for as long as I did. But it's really important to find the right managers, guys. The best manager I've ever had at Amazon was the only woman that I report to.